Cap gets Ant-Man behind me.
Yeah.
And Tony gets the infamous...
The GOAT.
Spectacular Spider-Man. They revealed it in like a trailer first.
On the roost!
Hey everyone.
Like one of the very last trailers before the movie came out.
It was like at least a month before, maybe like 3 weeks almost.
Yeah. And everybody was excited for it.
It was many hints. There was a lot of leaks, a lot of like rumors going on.
Well, we knew that they were auditioning for the role, but it was 2 other people besides Tom, and they were all really close.
Yeah.
But Tom just was ultimately better, and we have to thank RDJ.
He's basically Tony.
We got to thank RDJ for how they use Spider-Man in this movie, because apparently the story goes. Maybe I'll pop in the clip, but just for us talking about it. When Tom showed up to set, he filmed a bunch of scenes, but when they were going back watching the movie or whatever, they cut a bunch of the scenes that had Spider-Man. A lot of, at least his talking scenes. Maybe not his action scenes, but his talking scenes. Yeah. They cut a bunch of. RDJ saw how important that would be, not only for this movie, but in general for the overall moment of finally having Spider-Man alongside the other characters.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to want to have this in here. This is going to be something.
Arguably the poster boy for Marvel. You gotta have his moment.
It's always gonna be right there in the middle. You have to have Spider-Man.
Literally.
So having that intro, they kept it, and basically the rest is history, because now, for the most part, most people would say Tom is the definitive Spider-Man. So seeing that, it's just something about, like we were saying before, it's something about the way that the Russo brothers, they just get it. Like some people, like they're good at it, but
they're like us.
There's other people that just get it. There's his like banter. Like first off, showing him as Peter Parker first, which is super important for the character of Spider-Man as is.
They didn't disrespect him just having, we want Spider-Man. You get Spider-Man alone. No, you get Peter first. But before you even get Peter, you get his hometown in Broad.
Queens. On the screen.
You know what I'm saying? Right under the 4 train. So you know exactly where they going, you know. You watched the show, right? And we're going to talk about Spider-Man a little bit more, but you saw the show and you see how they reused that intro scene, and he walks into the house. May is sitting on a couch, but it's Norman Osborn. It's Norman.
I think that was cool. We'll talk about that at a later time, because I don't want to get too off topic. But
Spider-Man will get his day.
Yeah. But for this, right, I think that they do Spider-Man so well, because like we're saying, they start off with him as Peter, and we see how Peter is, and a lot of things that we had issues and complaints about with the movies that's going to come after. Peter wants to be Spider-Man. He doesn't want to even worry about what's going on with school. Like, he's not too concerned. Like, school is kind of just a waste of time. Yeah. But in this movie, which is so weird because it's the same actor, same everything. But in this movie, it showed like that he still wants to be a kid. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, have you ever been to Germany?"
I can't go to Germany.
Why?
I got homework.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
The first thing he actually said when he walks in the house is math test.
Algebra test. Nailed it.
That's what Spider-Man is. Spider-Man wants to be able to be Peter Parker. He wants to be able to live a normal life, but he just knows ultimately that's not in the cards for him. Yeah. Like, he has to be Spider-Man to protect the people that he cares about, or people that can't. Yeah. Protect themselves.
Because I've been me my whole life, and I've had these powers for 6 months. I read books, I build computers, and yeah, I would love to play football, but I couldn't then, so I shouldn't now. But I can't tell anybody that, so I'm not. When you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then the bad things happen, they happen because of you.
I think the way that they portrayed Tom Holland Spider-Man after this was he got a taste of Germany, so now he's like, yeah. Forget school. I need to be Spider-Man right now.
That's one way to think
he
about
went
it.
From champion sweatsuit to Stark Tech.
That's one way to think. I didn't think about it like that.
So he's like, look at me now. I'm hitting the big leagues. Tony Stark is my mentor. I'm basically an Avenger now. Yeah, I'm trying to be outside.
I didn't think about it like that. That would change a kid.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's 14, 15 years old.
He's barely about to go to college.
And you got to fight with the Avengers. Yeah, I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah.
I don't think many people think about it like that. That's a good point.
You know? Yeah. That's where I feel like that direction that he wanted to go. He wanted just, all right, Spider-Man, fresh out of Germany, where are we now? You know?
That's a good way to think about it.
Now he's like, he feels confident as Spider-Man. His relationship with his, you know, his aunt is getting better. He's, you know, his best friend Ned is being Ned, and then now he's getting a little recognition from MJ. You know,
people are gonna like that take.
The hormones are rising. You know, everything is happening all at once. So yeah, I'm trying to be. That's how I see. Because now that you were, you know, I know when you mentioned that Russo brothers, they portrayed him perfectly, and then other ones were like a little bit different. It made me think like, what made him kind of like go that way in that direction? And this is the only way that I would think that makes sense. Yeah. To me, you know, if you put yourself in that position, you went from Midtown Manhattan, nailed the math test to Germany, swinging around Ant-Man's knees like if it's an AT-AT from Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good reference too. And they kept that joke going throughout the rest of the series. Did they have a Star Wars joke in No Way Home? Yeah, they definitely had a.
They were trying to build the Death Star, the Lego Death Star, the entire time.
If they don't have a Star Wars reference in Brand New Day, I'll be kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie. That's a running joke that they should probably keep going.
I'd love to hear it. Yeah.
Keep going with Spider-Man, like the banter that he had back and forth with when he's fighting against the Winter Soldier.
You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude.
Or like
trying to arrest Falcon midair.
He was like,
you have the right to remain silent.
All of that is like perfect, like Spider-Man. We don't really get much of that later on in the other movies. Yeah. There's like quick things, I think, like when the bank scene, but like we don't get full scenes like that. And that's why I'm saying like with the Russos, they just get it.
They understand.
In Infinity War, when he shows up and he's like,
"Hey man, what's up, Mr. Stark?
Kid, where'd you come from?
A field trip to Moma."
That's Spider-Man.
They definitely made sure to give us a conversation between him and Steve, a fellow New Yorker.
That thing does not obey the laws of physics at all.
Look, kid, there's a lot going on here that you don't understand.
Stark said you'd say that.
Okay, you're from Queens, I'm from Brooklyn. Let's see what borough to borough heroes got. You know, and then Captain America sees that he's able to lift that whole.
Do you think that he actually knew that he was able to hold that before he threw it? Like, do you think that he saw the file that Tony saw?
I don't know if he saw the file, but he definitely gauged his strength when he was getting, trying to take him out, and he was getting flipped over and all this other stuff. He was able to snatch the shield away from him.
Because if he wasn't that strong, he would have.
Yeah. No, yeah, it would have crushed him immediately. At the end of the day, those airport like gangway things aren't too heavy per se. It's more like just a bunch of plastic and metal in there. But I don't want to, let's not
downplay his
Spider-Man. He could lift, he could lift a bus light work. You know what I'm saying? And then if he's symbiote, he could lift a tank light work. Yeah. So, they were definitely giving him his respect right there. But
get two post-credit scenes in this movie. One is with Spider-Man.
One is Spider-Man.
Which was how the movie completely ends. Showing off the tech. You have the flashlight on the ceiling, which is iconic from the comic books, and also like the TV show when he used to have the thing on his belt.
Yeah.
The flashlight on the wall.
It's like a little spider beacon for whatever reason. Which, again, we never see. But I do appreciate that we do see a lot of tech. It may be Stark tech and not Spider tech, but we do see a lot of, Karen stuff with the mask and the goggles and everything like that.
Yeah.